Welcome back, everyone. Today we're gonna talk about Genesis 2, verse 6. And a mist rose up from the earth and watered the whole face of the ground. This verse is the turning key in the mystical process of activation, when the world, which had been held in a state of spiritual latency, begins to awaken. The Zohar interprets this verse as an expression of inner arousal from below, Itaruta de Letata, which is a movement initiated by the earth itself, which catalyzes divine flow from above. This mist, then, is not merely vapor. It is the first stirring of desire, of longing, of life's breath, reaching up toward the heavens to initiate the cycle of divine union. The first phrase, we have a mist rose up from the earth. This is arousal from below. The Zohar teaches that blessing from above is only released when the lower world initiates longing. The mist rising from the earth symbolizes yearning, the earth's first movement of spiritual readiness. The earth, in Kabbalistic thought, represents Malkuth, the lowest Sephirah, the vessel, the receiver. When Malkuth stirs, it sends a signal upward, an emanation of readiness to receive. This is the cosmic principle of reciprocity. Only when the vessel longs for the light does the light descend. As the earth sends up its mist, so too the soul must send up its prayer. Zohar Bereshit. The mist as a feminine awakening. This is Malkuth becomes active. In the Zohar symbolic language, the earth represents the feminine principle of receptivity, potential, and containment. The mist rising is the first sign of active participation, a movement of the feminine to meet the masculine flow. Before this, the earth was passive. Now it initiates, and in doing so, it draws down rain. In this case, represents divine influx, which enables fruitfulness. Mystically, this reflects the first step in unification between Malkuth and Zeir Anpin, the Shekinah, and the Holy One. The next phrase on this verse we have watered the whole face of the ground. This is preparation for the breath of life. The Zohar sees this watering not only as hydration, but as ritual purification and consecration. Just as the mikveh, which is ritual bath, prepares a soul for spiritual elevation, the mist and water prepare the earth to receive divine soul. The entire face of the ground is moistened, symbolizing the activation of all levels of the lower world. The earth is no longer inert. It is now a sacred living vessel, ready to be infused with breath. The inner process of spiritual awakening. The Zohar views this verse as an allegory for the human soul's awakening. The earth is the body, or the dormant soul, and the mist is the first stirring of teshuvah, which is in English means return. The small rising vapor initiates a downpour of divine compassion, leading to the sprouting of spiritual life. Even a subtle movement upward from desire, from humility, from longing, can cause heaven to respond. The Zoharic principle behind this verse is that desire initiates flow. In Kabbalah, there is a law that says, there is no giving from above without desire from below. Genesis 2 verse 6 enacts this principle. The mist is desire. It precedes the blessing, and without it, nothing happens. The Zohar says this mist is also a metaphor for the early dew of morning prayer, how the whisper of the soul draws the infinite down. Genesis 2 verse 6, through the eyes of the Zohar, is the first stirring of the lower world, the moment the earth reaches upward, initiating the sacred dance of spiritual reciprocity. The mist rising from the earth is not just moisture, it is Malkuth awakening, a symbol of the vessel desiring the light. This gentle exhalation of mist draws down heavenly waters, and the ground is softened, consecrated, and prepared. This is not just the prelude to agriculture, it is the prelude to ensoulment. The earth is being made ready to receive divine breath, just as the human heart must be softened before it can receive the light of consciousness. The Zohar teaches when a soul sends up its mist, a sigh, a prayer, a longing, then divine abundance rains down, and the face of the ground becomes fertile. In this single verse, we learn that the smallest movement of the soul can open the floodgates of blessing. Creation depends not only on God's power, but on our willingness to rise, to yearn, and to receive. That's it for today. Thank you very much for your donation. Be blessed, everyone, and I will see you on the next episode.